So, like, does order matter for if there's the stuff there, or like for the water, or does it?
What the fuck?
He's calling it Zero.
H, I'm on my way with my laser nipples.
So what are you gonna do? Oh, this is the Zero Saber.
Yep.
What the hell?
He's gonna do a order.
Look at all the colors.
So for Zero, you're able to call them in different stages.
Yeah.
And if you use them, like if you have Vile on the stage, like you're fighting here, I have it where he's not, but you can fight this sub boss. And normally it doesn't really matter, but if you're playing a Zero, this happens.
What the fuck?
He gets injured. And then he hands the saber.
By the most arbitrary enemy.
Well, he crashed into him. It was heavy.
Okay. That's kind of lame. He got me. You got me, Batman. Oh, fuck.
Go, Golden Boy.
Seems my power generator is damaged. I'll try and make it back to Dr. K's lab for repairs.
Why does everyone sound like they got a cold with you?
I don't know. How can they repair him? They don't even know what he is.
Zero repairs himself.
He does get help for it, but a lot of it's like they can't figure out everything about him. So now, you know how Zero had like that 3-stage charge? Now I have that.
Oh wow.
But it's even better for me because it shoots.
Holy shit.
And it's pretty powerful too, from what I remember.
What was that boss?
Dragonfly.
That sub boss. Does he do anything?
Just kind of flies around.
That's interesting.
So yeah, this was one of the secrets where I did not know that as a kid, and that I was like, "What? You can get a saber?"
That's so cool.
I know there's a later X game where he has it too.
X6, you start with it.
Yeah, because he's on the cover holding it. That's right.
Yep. So that's more narrative focused too. It's after X5 where Zero is, he's missing.
What the hell?
He has to ride the snail.
Doobie 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 doobie. How is that possible?
What?
He's climbing the spikes.
He's a snail. He can do what he wants. You can tell the snail no? I think so.
So is the beam shot like super powerful?
Yes.
The saber? Yeah.
I will show you at the next boss fight.
It's gonna like two-shot the fucker.
If not instant kill. Oh my god. It took so long you started regenerating health. Oh, that's cool. Like the blade even like wraps around him.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Keeps cutting for a while.
Although it's kind of cool when he's charging, you notice he goes almost to his normal default X colors. So he's not gold when he's charging.
Really?
Yeah, watch. He goes to his normal like blue, white and stuff
Oh, yeah, sort of.
until the energy's actually built up, and then.
So you can get his saber anytime, right? It doesn't matter the armor you have or anything like that.
Oh, yeah. As long as you have Zero like there at that spot, and you do that, so you don't have to have the gold armor and do it.
Holy shit!
So
So this would have been Vile here.
Really?
Otherwise.
I assume the water would not have. Holy fuck.
There was a boss here?
I assume the water would not have been here then, right? You would have fought Vile on the floor.
Yep. It would have been a longer stage too. And he has a different ride armor.
That's cool.
His second one's really cool. If you want to show him, Kevin, it's the Goliath Mark II. I like that one a lot. But it's so much about this game. It's just, I'm always like, I always remember so much about it that I really love.
This one is just so much more.
There's so much more.
It's just so much more, yeah. Like there's so many more like little nuances and like crevices and stuff to explore than like the previous two.
That's the art design for it.
That's cool. Almost looks like a mixture between like a couple of different ride armors.
Yeah, it's basically that one and then like the
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Here's the
boss rush
the
mode.
token boss mode here. What the hell?
It's just a way to get extra stuff between fights.
Gotta do boss rush. Wouldn't be a Mega Man game without a boss rush mode. I'm glad that they kept that for like every Mega Man game. So what does the Parasite Bomb do? It just travels in a straight line and calls it a day? Oh, I see.
So for that one, it goes and marks them, and then like that'll go fly out at him.
Oh my god, he shoots out the ice like a force shot with his fingers.
So in his case, I actually just like using Buster better.
Yeah,
Just
right.
one I'm more used to using.
Seems faster. Why does every ice guy shoot some form of like ice shots onto the floor or the walls?
What else are you gonna do with ice?
That's a good point, I guess.
I think if there was one thing from the other X games I would have wanted them to keep in this one is I still loved in X1 how if you defeat the stages, like it would influence other stages. That's one thing that I can understand why, because that takes a lot, I think, to have that.
Yeah, but it gave the world like a sense of unity. Like you are traveling to the same worlds, or everything is kind of
so weird
lab.
seeing it move so smoothly.
Yeah, X1 Vile Fight.
Yeah, but it's just so smooth. Doesn't seem right. Doesn't seem like it's running on Super Nintendo.
Oh, it's like for X1 doesn't really have that kind of slowdown. Well,
It's
it
like
does in some places.
Fin Fang Foom.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. It definitely doesn't look like a seahorse either. Arrgh, I'm useless. Fucking Super Seahorse or whatever your name is.
Acid Seahorse.
Ass. Seahorse ass.
Well, I mean, at least he wasn't like a normal seahorse and he shot little babies at you.
I think that would have been better.
So have either of you guys played the X collection, like the more recent one?
I have not.
So,
I haven't picked it up yet.
So they added a mode called X Challenge where you fight two bosses at the same time, and they get pretty ridiculously challenging because it's not just the regular bosses; they also extended that to all of like all the super bosses. So,
Really?
so you have like one fight where you're fighting like Dr. Doppler and another enemy at the same time.
Is it random or is it predetermined?
It's predetermined. It's a list
Okay.
there. The hardest one is if you do it on the harder modes, you can unlock X and Zero to fight them.
Oh my god.
And it's Ultimate Armor X, and it's the Black Armor Zero, and they use all their special attacks on you.
Holy shit.
It's really hard. Like, all right, you got through all those. Now you gotta see what it feels like against the ultimate matchup, and you realize, like, man, it would be really hard to fight X and Zero at the same time. It would
Fuck
suck.
Yeah. That's cool. I like that idea.
Yeah. They also had like you fight Iris and Double at the same time. That was really tough.
No thanks.
Because Iris keeps like is in her mech and shooting a laser around while Double's like jumping around the whole stage. You're like, God damn it.
Double, that chunky bitch.
It's especially bad as like he also has an attack that fills basically the screen, and Iris can do something where it's a laser along the bottom of the screen, so you really can't get away from it. They also had a Colonel and General at the same time,
Oh god.
so
Oh!
it is tough.
So is like the hyper like cannon like effective on any of the bosses, or is it just your normal buster
I mean,
damage?
it's basically just a normal buster, but it's just like a lot of pre-charged shots.
Okay. I wasn't sure if there's any kind of like bonus damage to it or something like that.
I figured like, you guys have enough options for killing things at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come on.
Got him. It's just weird. It seemed like there were a lot of nautical themed enemies in this one. Yeah, crayfish, you got catfish, seahorse.
Yeah, as you have the acid seahorse, crushed crawfish, and volt catfish in this one, so you get a lot of aquatic things.
I mean, what
Drill face, rhino feet.
What else are they going to base him on? Gutsman and Cutsman?
I suppose. Oh my god, he didn't do that before.
What, the shoulder shots?
Yeah. It's Drill Missile. Yeah, last time he like literally didn't do anything. He just hopped back and forth.
Oh my god, you just lob it.
The little spoon.
I do like that if you hit it on the ceiling, it will bounce. So like,
that's cool. Oh, now I see why the drill stands there for a second, because it does it to him.
yeah.
Neat. Yeah, it does function more like a trap, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Huh.
Now the booger power's gone.
Mega Man 11 has something kind of like that, but I think it uses it better. It's an acid barrier in that one. And I like that it stops projectiles from coming at you, but while you have it up, you also can shoot acid out.
Oh, that's cool.
Mega Man 11 is really great boss powers.
I like the ones where the boss powers are more viable than like some of the other ones.
I definitely found myself using them a lot in 9 and 11, just for general play, like we're trying to get through the level faster.
Mm-hmm.
For the X series, I never really did as much. I think maybe X1, but not really as much. There's so much other stuff, and the Buster is so fun. So
This poor guy.
Stop.
Oh, that's cool. I like that. That'd be cool if that thing could like absorb your shots. Like it would draw your fire into it.
There's no laser peacock or whatever.
Cyber Peacock!
There we go.
I loved Cyber Peacock. He was cool. They had a lot of really cool enemies in
yeah,
four.
they have a lot of neat designs.
Magma Dragoon.
He was cool. I like that he had betrayed you willingly in his, which is kind of neat.
Mm-hmm.
They did introduce the idea where, like, yes, the Reploids have free will, but at the same time, there's also threat of being manipulated. So they can be convinced and go on their own will, or they could actually be corrupted, like data-wise, like they could be infected. X5 explored that idea a lot, where you're actually able to negotiate with one of the Mavericks. He's like, all right, fine, like I'll give you this thing, and then he gets infected and breaks down and starts fighting you. So like they kind of show like, yeah, like some Reploids will change because of ideology, but some can't help it because they get infected.
Yeah.
And those are the only ones you feel bad for.
Pretty much.
I did also like that X5 references X1, like one of the characters was friends with one of the characters in X1.
Was it the guy on the bike in the background?
Well, it was Volt Kraken in X5. He was friends with Launch Octopus before. He's like, yeah, like,
Cool.
so he's not happy to see you. He's like, hey, like, what are you doing here? He's like, yeah, like, well, you're gonna treat me the same way you treat my that you treated my friend.
Yeah.
Like, no,
yeah.
like I just want this thing.
That's funny.
Cephalopods gotta stick together.
In the manga too, they show Storm Eagle has a lot more of a like personal relationship with all the characters. Like he was friends with X and Zero, and so.
Storm Owl.
No.
I liked 4 too because it gave them voices. Even though it was limited, it was still kind of cool. And the cutscenes were epic as fuck.
I liked the animated cutscenes.
Yeah, it was too bad that they didn't continue a lot of those. X5 and X6 just had pretty still like graphics.
Mm-hmm. I love that his ass looks like one of those like those what are they called? Like the machines where it had like a bubble with a random prize in it that you stick like quarters in. There's a name for those types of machines. What the fuck is like a quarter machine? But aren't they like huge in Japan and shit?
You're talking like gacha stuff?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe that's
Gachapon?
something. Yeah, maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, just take the bullet.
Well, so those things themselves don't damage
Just
you.
track
but
you.
He's tracking me. So if I left him alone, he would have been shooting many more things at me.
Homing Hornet.
These poor guys. You storm into their home, you beat them up.
That's why I always kind of feel bad for him.
Mega Man's really the villain.
Yeah, right? He just goes around kicking people's asses, breaking and entering. That's one thing that always is always a little.
The turn in X9.
It's always
reveal that Mega Man's the asshole.
A little strange to me in the fact that like these bad guys are supposed to be up to like bad things or whatever, but they're never outside their home. It's like I can see if like you met them out on the street.
I mean, that's kind of a mechanical thing where it's not like
Yeah.
you're not venturing in the middle of like a war-torn battlefield where they're killing people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we need. We need the Mega Man wars, like the Pokemon wars.
Well, they could. In the Zero lore backstory, they show like a lot of bad stuff happens. Like I think it's something like 80% of the human population got straight up murdered by Mavericks. So they're like, oh, a lot of people died.
That explains why there aren't a lot of people around.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, there doesn't need to be people when there's Reploids.
But then ZX kind of went to a more like utopian thing where it's people and Reploids became kind of indistinguishable because people like had like cybernetic enhancements to expand their lifespans.
Oh, like this guy.
And Reploids had like decided to have their own finite lifespan.
Mm-hmm.
And do things like they actually decided to try to adopt a more like humanist approach.
Jeez, look at that.
Oh wow, Dr. Cocksack, you suck. I'm sure he would have been threatening at one point.
Without the saber, yeah.
He's kind of annoying because he'll put up a barrier to absorb things. So if you try to shoot him, when he's doing that, he'll just get his life back.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's a neat touch.
You have to fight the eye and the
I'm gonna become Sigma. Of course it is. Underground hangar.
Of course it's underground. Just once, I want someone to build something on the surface.
like Avengers Tower or whatever, where everybody knows where they are.
Yeah. Or the Baxter building for the
Yeah.
Fantastic Four. Where are you guys located? Just look for the big building with a 4 on it.
I suppose the even the Legion of Doom knew better than they just had their fucking base in a swamp.
Yeah.
Although couldn't Legion
Theirs
of
goes
Doom
underwater.
theirs could move, right?
They went underwater and underground and stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, if you have Zero here still, like he's like, oh, like it's just a cutscene. He's like, oh, like don't worry, I'll help you. And he destroys that wall and goes on.
Oh, cool.
That's kind of neat.
What does it do?
Nothing really, just like story beats. Like he's helping.
Oh,
I like the ambiance.
Why would we want Zero to slow us down, though?
How would you get up there without the upgrades?
If you have the standard dash one,
Oh.
but I mean, I don't think you technically need it, but it definitely makes it a lot easier.